back to Maxwell Stars Beer Review. Guess what just came out? Something brand new from Rickards. Tonight we're going to take a look at a beer that they just released. It's a limited edition fall seasonal beer, the first time they've ever released it. They've released Rickards Cardigan Autumn Spiced Lager. So, what exactly is Cardigan? It says Cardigan, we've carefully selected the seasonal spices of cinnamon, nutmeg, and clove as an inspiration for our flavorful nod to fall. With a final hint of brown sugar, you'll find this spiced lager as familiar as putting on your favorite cardigan. Pair it with the braised ribs, sweet potato fries, or let it substage Dad's famous turkey at the next family feast. Ooh, so a great beer for Thanksgiving, which in Canada takes place in October. Looking at this, it says get the full flavor of cardigan by following the following steps. It says cool to 6 degrees, tilt blast to 45 degrees, pour, finish, enjoy. Oh, okay, whatever. Anyway, one thing I really like about the cardigan is the bottles. And in this situation, they've got a nice label with a cardigan sweater on the front. Some of the labels are different. I've already had a chance to have this one before. They also had them in this label as well. There's another label, but I was unlucky in that I only got 2 of the different labels, and I think there's like 3 or 4. Anyway, it comes in at 5.5% ABV. Why don't we pop the top off of this one and take a look. Another cool part, and maybe it's just more marketing, I don't know. One thing is the labels are not only cool, but the caps look like a button. It is kind of neat. I gotta admit, I like that part. It looks cool, but is it any good? Give it a pour here into my Rickards glass of all things. They want me to finish it. I'll try this. There's no sediment, but whatever. There. Cool. Oh, finger and a half ahead. Clear, almost amber kind of color. It's very golden, bit brassy. It is getting very close to amber. I almost say it is kind of ambery. It's very clear, and there's lots of carbonation, although I've got a Rickards R etched in the bottom of my glass that's kicking it all up. It's got a very creamy looking head, and already I'm getting some of the spices off the top of this one. The head's actually lasting decently long considering she's a macro beer. It's only died down to a finger, and as it dies down, it's got this nice cloudy appearance and a very creamy consistency look to the head, which you don't often get from a Molson product, that's for sure. It looks really good. Yeah, I mean it looks good, and let's give it a sniff. So the first thing I'm getting off of that is a big cinnamon spice note. A hint of something else, which I'm thinking is the nutmeg. A bit like a pie spice. It smells almost like pumpkin pie without the pumpkin. It's very reminiscent of stuff like Propeller's Pumpkin Ale or Samuel Adams' Harvest Pumpkin, which is, I think the most accurate one would be the Harvest Pumpkin because this one smells more like a pie. Big spice bouquet off the top of it. Very inviting, and a little bit of sweetness in there, like along with the cinnamon, which comes across as being a very, very malty sweet, actually. That's a very inviting smell, and definitely a nice fall smell. That smells good. Let's give it put it down the hatch. So along with the spices, I'm getting a subtle, earthy, herbal kind of hop taste lingering in the back of the throat. It's there. It's not very strong, but it's noticeable. And it lingers for a bit, but doesn't linger for too long. The main body of the beer is this nice, mild, very mild sweetness that lingers throughout the mouth and conveys a very nice blanket of spices as it goes down, leaving a warming spice sensation as it goes up. There's no taste of alcohol, just this really nice blend of spices like your cinnamon, your nutmeg, generally pine spices. but it's also very mild at the same time, where it's a nice, easy, clean, crisp drinking kind of beer. That's not bad. As I was saying before, it really reminds me of a pumpkin beer without the pumpkin in it. It almost tastes like it could have pumpkin in it, but not quite. It's all that cinnamon talking. But it's very nice, and it's also quite light. I mean, it's not quite completely light. It's more borderline on the medium body, but it's certainly one that tastes like you could session one, two, a few of these, really. And it's a great fall taste. Alright, I'm going to sit down with this one for a moment. I'll be right back with some thoughts. And I'm back with Rickards Cardigan. So, what did I think about this particular beer? You know what? I gotta say, I actually like it. To be totally honest, it's one of the best products that Rickards has put out to date. I mean, I like the red. The red's okay. The white's okay, but and the dark is okay. But for their class of beers, they're kind of mediocre for what they are. I thought that the blonde was actually a really nice beer for its class, but it came off with a little bit too much of a corn note at the back. This has to be the best product that Rickards has put out to date, because it actually tastes like a real good craft brew. That spice profile is really nice and very reminiscent to other fall beers. Primarily, the biggest one that comes to mind is Propeller's Pumpkin Ale. Propeller's Pumpkin Ale's got a really nice, it's more of a light beer, but it's got a really nice pumpkin flavor to it that's mellow and has a nice mellow spice profile that really complements each other as a nice fall beer. People who like that particular beer, or you know what I'm talking about, will really enjoy Rickards Cardigan, because it's a very nice, and I hate to say it, a very well put together beer for one that has so much marketing behind it. It's a really nice, really enjoyable beer that, you know what, this is my third, actually I think this is my fourth bottle of this already, because, you know, before I did the review I was like, ooh, this is good. I ended up having a couple already, so, and I'm going to enjoy this one. I'm going to sit down with this one and enjoy it, watch some TV as the chill of the night sets in. I just gotta say, anybody who gets a chance to actually try this one, go out and buy it. So, I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5. It'll be the first time I've ever given a Rickards product a 4. I gotta say, I really like this one, I really approve of this one, and I will be buying this again because this is really nice. And Rickards, I understand it's a fall seasonal. It would be nice to see this one more on a regular basis, as well as you should definitely put this out every year at least. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching Maxwell Star's review of Rickards Cardigan, and don't forget to collect all the labels because it's an excellent beer. Talk to you guys later.